Okay, we got that out of the way. Do you live here in town then?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived here?
Probably a year and a half, somewhere like that.
Where are you from?
Arco, Idaho, originally.
Were you kind of born and raised?
Yep.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm an electrician.
Where are you working at?
I'm at Chobani right now.
Oh, yeah.
The yoga plant.
Helping them get all that put together, huh?
Mm-hmm.
When do they expect to be done with that?
I don't know. They expect to be operational from one standpoint. I mean, not fully operational, but a little bit of production by December. But other, full production, I have no idea.
Have you been out there since the start of it?
I think I originally started in like February.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things do you do on your days off?
On my days off, well, I don't get many. I get Sunday off.
Oh,
lately.
are you supposed to be at work today?
Yes.
Did you call in or?
Yep. I was at Canyon Crest with my boss.
Oh.
So, and he had left, and immediately after all this happened, I tried to call him. My phone died, and then as soon as I got home and plugged it in, I let him know, and I called him before I came down here.
Oh, what's his name?
Derek.
Derek
Foot.
Derek Foot? Okay, so he knows, did you tell him you just weren't coming in at all today, or gonna be late, or what did you tell him?
I texted him, and I said I'm pretty beat up, and I may not make it in. If I do, I'll get in there as soon as I can. Talked to him this morning, and I said I'll try to get there as soon as I can, but there's no guarantees, so.
He was okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, we're just kind of figuring out what happened out there tonight, and I don't know how much TV or whatever you watch, but typically,
Sure.
before you talk to a detective or anything like that, they usually advise you of your Miranda rights.
Sure.
Are you familiar with those?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and advise you of your Miranda rights because it's
Okay.
kind of standard operating procedure. Anytime
Sure.
I talk to somebody, it protects you, it protects me, it protects everybody involved, but it makes you aware of kind of what's going on.
Okay.
The first one is you have the right to remain silent.
Sure.
You understand what that means?
Yep.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Okay. You have the right to have an attorney present with you while you're being questioned.
Okay.
If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you at no cost.
Okay.
And you have the right to stop answering questions at any time.
Sure.
Do you understand those rights?
I do.
Okay. And you're down here voluntarily on your own?
Yes. Yes, I am.
You volunteered to come down here and talk to us
Yes.
and tell us what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to know what happened tonight.
Okay. Could I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is this guy okay? Is he?
I haven't heard the latest on him yet.
Okay.
But obviously he was involved in a fight as well. And so I'm just trying to piece it together what happened.
Okay.
And, once I get some more information, I'll let you know.
Sure. Okay.
I'd just like to know kind of from your point of view as to what happened tonight, how this started.
Sure. Like I said, I was there with my boss. Got dropped off there from some of my friends. I was there for a few hours.
What time did you get down there?
My buddies were going to a movie, and I think it started at, I'm not sure when it started, 9 or 9:30.
And when you say buddies, who is it that you're?
Cayde Lish, which that's where they picked me up from. My
Cayde
friend's
Lish.
house.
Okay.
Yeah, and his good friend Brent Hilliard. I think his dad's actually the chief of police. Brent Hilliard and his wife.
Okay. And they were going to go see a movie.
Yeah, they were gonna go see a movie, and they wanted me to go, but my boss, I wanted to hang out with him, so they dropped me off at Canyon Crest.
Okay. And that was around 9?
Yeah, I'm gonna say somewhere around 9.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened from there?
From there, I went in, met Derek, sat down. A few other guys I work with were there. Had some drinks, talked, and eventually everybody, it was time to go home. We both had to work today, so we decided to go home. I went outside, and I was talking to a random girl that I think she had a cousin that I went to school with. Anyway, I was talking to her, and
Do you know her name?
I can't remember her name.
Okay. And it was outside though?
Yeah, it was right out front. Yep, right out front.
And Derek, right?
Mhm.
Your boss, he'd already left at this
Yeah, he
point.
was gone.
Did he drive or did he get cab? Or
I'm not sure, because we were all talking and everything, and he was talking about how he was going to go home, and I went out back on the patio, and I was talking to some people, and by the time I came back in, he had already left. So I'm not sure how he got home. I know he lives pretty near to Canyon Crest in some apartments, so he may have walked, I'm not sure.
Okay. So you're out front, you're talking to
Yeah,
some girl, you know, her cousin or something?
Yeah, I went to school with her cousins anyway, we got to talking, and a kid came out, and I was talking to her, and he said something, and I can't remember, it was something derogatory, something negative, he said something negative, and I looked over, and I recognized him, and I recognized that this kid had started some drama before at a bar, and I'm not even sure what his name is. He just knows my friend Cayde. They're like previous acquaintances or something.
Okay.
Anyway,
So you've seen this kid before?
I have seen him before, yes. And
it
last
was-
time that I saw him was at the Pocket, and he had started some drama there.
What do you mean by drama?
Just saying derogatory, negative things, trying to start a fight, basically.
Okay. Do you recall anything like what he would have said?
I remember what he said at the Pocket when I saw him previously.
What did he say then?
And this wasn't the same night. This is weeks ago.
Right.
He told me that my best friend, his name is Cayde. My name is Cayde. We're always with each other. He made a statement that he figured that we were gay because we hang out with each other so much, and he had some buddies that that joined in on the. And I've never even met the kid, and he's called me gay. Anyway, that's what started the whole deal, and that's where I recognize him from.
Did it ever get physical over at the Pocket?
At the Pocket, no. He did have some friends that told me they're going to wait for me in the parking lot. But when I left, they weren't there. They didn't see me. I don't know. They weren't there. So.
And this was a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay. So you're outside Canyon Crest, and
Outside Canyon Crest,
and
talking to a girl.
and this kid says something again.
He says something negative, and I look over and recognize him and said, "Oh, you're that kid that called me and my buddy gay."
From the Pocket.
Yep, and from there, he said something. I said something. We got into a discussion, getting kind of heated. His girlfriend, I remember her, getting pretty heated too.
Do you know her name?
I don't know her name.
Okay.
I'm not even sure what his name is, and he may have told me, but I can't remember. Anyway, we're getting into a pretty heated discussion. Wait for my cab. A cab pulls up, but it's somebody else's, and they take off. And
So you'd called a cab by this point?
Yeah, I called a cab. I called the cab inside the bar, and I was outside just waiting for
Just
it.
waiting for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And my cab gets there, and here's where I'm getting confused, because I'm trying to piece everything back together, and I'm not sure if we got in the altercation, the scuffle, the physical scuffle, before I tried to get in the cab or after, because I tried to get in the cab, and the cab driver said, no, you're not going, and he kicked me out of the cab, basically.
Why did he say that?
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm not sure if we had already gotten a physical altercation, or if maybe we were me and this kid were in a heated discussion yelling at each other, but the cab driver either way was like, no, you're not coming with me, you're staying, and he drove off. But I cannot remember if it was after we got physical or before. I can't remember.
But at some point you did get physical with this guy?
Yes.
Was it just one guy?
I think so. I remember I got hit. I remember got hit. I got hit multiple times. My jaw's pretty sore. I know I got hit pretty good amount of times. And I remember it went down to the ground, and I'm not sure if somebody's kicking me or I remember when I was getting hit, I was thinking there's multiple people kicking me, because he was talking about, when we were in a heated argument, he was talking about his buddies and how they're gonna throw a blanket party on me and they're gonna stomp me down. And I don't know.
Tonight, just prior to the
Yes.
physical, he was making comments about his buddies taking care of you.
Yep, him and his buddies.
But you didn't see anybody else?
No, the only thing, I guess I got hit and I was kind of dazed, and I was getting hit and hit and hit. And it was in my mind that there was more than one person, but I don't remember looking up and seeing, I don't know if his girlfriend kicked me or if she was kicking me, or, hopefully there's surveillance or videotape. I'm not sure. It was in my mind that I was getting kicked by like 2 or 3 people and getting hit.
And when you're getting kicked, what position were you in?
I remember, I got punched, we kind of wrestled around. I want to say it went down to my knees. He was kind of down to his knees, uppercutting me.
So were you on top of him?
I'm not sure. I got hit. He whacked me pretty good. I was dazed and adrenaline and having a few drinks. It's just kind of a blur, I just remember getting hit and telling him, you guys need to get off me, or I'm going to stick you. I'm going to stick you. You guys need to get off me. And that's what I remember. That's it. Other than that, I remember him bleeding, and I remember seeing the blood trail and being kind of scared. I grabbed my cell phone. I think I took off running. I tried to call. I tried to call my boss, or I was dialing 911. My phone died. It was one of those two, but my phone was gone. And then I walked clear to where I was found, probably 6-7 miles.
You walked all the way from Canyon Crest out to the trailer park?
Yeah, I walked to the gas station right there close, and then talked to the gas station attendant. And
At which gas station?
It's on Addison. It's the last one going out of town.
Oh, the
towards
Oasis?
Highland. Yeah.
Right across from the old hospital?
Yeah, I talked to them about it. He said, "Holy hell, what happened to you?" I talked to him, and there were some people that came in, and they offered to give me a ride, so they gave me a ride from there.
Okay. Now, you said you got in a scuffle with this guy, and were you guys exchanging punches?
I don't know that I punched him at all. I know that he punched me.
Okay.
He punched me, but I don't know that I punched him.
No, you said that that you were going to stick him. What did you mean by that?
I had my pocket knife, and I said, "You need to get off me, or I'm gonna stab you, stick you, stab you." At this point, I didn't know how many freaking guys were hitting me. I was kind of scared, and I was dazed. That first hit about knocked me out. Yeah, I didn't.
Do you remember stabbing this guy at all?
I can't remember what position we were in when it happened. I can't remember if we were on the ground, if we were standing up. I can't remember the exact position.
But did you stab him?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Do you know how many times you stabbed him?
I don't.
More than once?
I think
Twice?
I think so. I couldn't tell you exact amount.
Is this cut, is that a result of?
I'm not sure how that happened. I could have stabbed myself. I could have landed on glass. I'm not sure.
Okay. So this altercation
Sure.
started as you were outside waiting for the cab, just talking to a girl.
Yes.
And he said something to you.
Yeah, he said something.
Do you remember what that was he said?
I don't.
Did he like immediately like challenge you after that, like come up and get in your face, or did you go over and confront him? Do you remember how that?
No, he said something. He said something. Said something negative, and I caught it and said, I can't even remember what I said. I just remember saying, "Oh, you're that kid, that." I said, "You're that fucker that said me and my buddy are gay together, blah 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 blah." I remember you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I said to him.
And then it just kind of escalated after that?
Yep.
Okay. But you don't remember if you had gotten into the cab before this or after this?
No, and see, that's where I'm getting blurry. I want to say that maybe we got physical, and the cab driver witnessed it, and I was getting in and he said no, or maybe we were still yelling at each other, and he said, no, I'm not taking it. That's the one thing that I'm really confused about. I'm not sure, why he would kick me out, or at what point in time it was that he decided that he didn't want to give me a ride. So.
You said that you noticed the blood, that he was bleeding.
Yes,
and
I did.
And that scared you.
It did, yes.
And that was that before or after you stabbed him?
That was after.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't recall maybe how many times you stabbed him?
I don't recall
Where
how many times.
Where you stabbed him?
I want to say in the back, maybe. Like, I know that we were wrapped up, I think.
Like face to face?
Well, kind of like in a clinch. I don't know if he had a hold of me, if I had a hold of him, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Were you on the ground?
Yeah,
or
see,
standing
I
up?
don't remember if I was on my knees or if we were standing up. That's the part that I don't remember, but I know it's either in the side or in the lower back area.
Okay, and you think it was more than once, but you're not sure?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say anything else to him while this was going on, while the fight was going on, after you said, I'm going to stick you or stab you? Did you?
I just warned him, I just said, fucking get off me or I'm going to stab you, I'm going to stick you. After he got up and I saw the blood,
did you say anything to him at that point?
I think I said, oh, fuck, you're bleeding bad. And I think that's the last thing that I said.
Okay. And then where did you go after that? Which way did you leave?
I think
Canyon Crest. Do you remember?
I think I took off running, but I'm not sure.
Like through the parking lot, or through the dirt parking lot? Through which direction?
Through the park. I don't remember.
Okay.
At this point, my adrenaline's going so bad, it just kind of.
Do you know if you headed towards Washington Street or towards Blue Lakes?
I think so, and I was lost and delirious, and
Okay.
it took me a while. I might have did zigzags the whole freaking way to the gas station.
Did you run the whole way to the gas station?
No, I walked.
How far did you run, do you think, after this?
I think I ran for a little bit, maybe out of the parking lot, and then I started to walk, I think.
Did you walk straight down Washington? Or do you know which route you took?
I'm trying to think.
Do you know
I didn't-
Washington Street?
Yes, I didn't walk straight down the middle.
Did you
of
go by
Washington.
Walmart at all? Or did you go?
I remember seeing Walmart, but
did you go by the college?
I think I went through part of the college, I think, at some point.
Like did you cut across the campus?
I think so, yes. I was kind of lost, and
Okay.
I wandered through some neighborhoods for a little bit. I wasn't sure where the hell I was going.
Okay.
And then eventually I found Martin Street, and from Martin I figured out where I was at.
Okay. So you'd never been in a fight with this guy before
No.
tonight. Did you know if he? Do you know if he was like a violent guy? Do you know if he had?
I know that he had tried to start a fight before at the pocket, and then his friends wanted to fight, and they told me they were going to wait for me in the parking lot. That's all I knew of him before that. Before the pocket, I've seen him.
Mm-hmm.
I may have seen him at a party or something, but I've never talked to him. So I think my buddy Cayde might know who he is better. But yeah. So.
Okay. Once you got to the gas station, did you get a ride from there?
Yes, I went in, got a bottle of water, and I got some cigarettes. And I talked to the gas station attendant, told him what happened. And I'm telling him what happened, and as I'm telling him, there was a lady behind me standing in line, and she said, oh my God, blah, 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 can I give you a ride? And I said, sure, yeah, I'll take a ride. And she gave me a ride.
Just some random lady? Did you get her name or anything?
No.
Okay. And she took you right over to
She took me to the trailer park.
To the trailer park?
Yep.
Okay. And then once you got over there, what did you do?
I went in.
Obviously, you changed.
I went in.